Right then, hello and welcome to the Swedish Touring Car Championship. Now, I've been looking for this game for at least 5 years. I used to own it back in the early 2000s. I managed to get myself a copy on, I think it was like 2001, 2002 in Electronics Boutique, but I sold it years ago because I could never get it to work. So yeah, I've been searching for years just to try and find a physical copy. No luck at all. That was until a member of the DOS gamer community known as Riva-Style managed to find a copy being sold on eBay, on the Italian version of eBay, and he managed to get it. And he sent me a disk image, which I managed to mount in a virtual CD drive, and here we go, it actually works. There are a few bugs with it though. I mean, there's no menu artwork, so you've just got a blue screen. There's no music to it either, and there's a few audio anomalies and a few glitches here and there, but I mean, apart from that, it works absolutely fine. So a huge thanks to Riva-Style for finding the game and for sending me the copy. And yeah, he's patched it all, made sure that it works, and it works absolutely flawlessly. I have got the second game as well, STCC 2. Again, that is another game that has been a bit of a pain to get working, so if I can't get it to work on this system, then I'll ask for his help to see if he can help me get it working as well. So yeah, there you go. So, the Swedish Touring Car Championship, there were 2 games made of this, not to be confused with the DLC for Race 07, which was STCC and STCC 2. These were their own games released in 1999 and 2000. They didn't make any more after that, but this was heavily influenced actually by the British Touring Car Championship, as the actual series was. The Swedish Touring Car Championship started in 1996 until 2010. Afterwards, it became known as the Scandinavian Touring Car Championship. But the BTCC was incredibly popular in Sweden, and they decided to sanction their own series in 96, and the rest is history. So, this game is a little bit weird. It's very arcadey. There's not real much in the way of simulation, but we're going to do a full championship anyway, which is 16 rounds of the series. There's no brake lights on the cars as well. This is going back to the graphical anomalies. There's no brake lights. There's no cosmetic or mechanical damage either. And the handling is very, very sensitive. As you'll see, the car will spin at the drop of a hat. It is very, very sensitive. But anyway, we'll get into that when we get into that. So, yeah, let's just do a single player then. A new championship, please. Yeah, start me name, yada, yada, yada. Now, these are the cars you can choose from. You have Ross Racing in the good old Peugeot 406. Your teammate is Netten Lindgren. I gotta get used to saying these names. Now, the thing is, if you take on one of these teams and you are teammates to, for example, Netten, your car race number does not change, so her car and your car will both be car number 18. Unfortunately, I had a look in the main core files. There's no way to paint your own car or anything like that, so yeah, unfortunately. What else have we got? We have KMS Motorsport. This is the Audi A4 of Matthias Ekstrom, who was champion in 1999, and Tommy Christofferson. West Coast Racing, the BMW 320i of Fredrik Ekblom and Pegan Anderson. Then you have the Volvo Team Sweden in the S40 of Jan Nilsson and Jens Edman. The Pico Troberg Racing and the Alfa Romeo 156 of Thomas Shee. I think that's pronounced right, Shee or Shea, not sure. Opel Motorsport in the Opel/Vauxhall Vectra of Jan Brunstedt. Then you have the Chrysler Racing unusual car, the Chrysler Stratus. I don't think I've actually ever seen this car raced anywhere else apart from the North American Touring Car Championship. Yeah, very strange car. Thomas Engstrom is driving that one. A Motorsport, is that right? A or 8 Motorsport, something? I don't know. In a Nissan Primera, 2 drivers, Tommy Rustad and Carl Rosenblad. Then you have Honda Racing Team in the Honda Accord of Hubert Berg and Stefan Lindberg. Mobile Ford Motorsport, the last car in the list, is Thomas Johansson. So I'm actually thinking of going with either the Peugeot or the Ford Mondeo. I'm not really sure. I wanted to go for a team that only has one other driver, so I could be their teammate. Because the other teams have 2 drivers, as you can see, Matthias and Tommy. Frederick and Pagan, Jan and Jens, Tommy. See, I could be the Alfa Romeo. I'm not sure. I do like that car though, but I don't know. I really don't know. Or I could go for the Opel. Let's see. You know what? I think we're going to go Italian. We're going to go for the Alfa 156. Why the hell not? So there's going to be 2 cars of the number 15, but that's not going to be a problem. So, yeah, this is our team then, Pico Troberg Racing.
Welcome to Oostergotland, where we meet up with the spring at the shorter version of the Mantorp Park Sprint Circuit. The 1,868 metre track will introduce us to the premiere of this year's STCC, which is one of the biggest super touring car championships in the world. Excitement is building up as we have superb weather conditions for both drivers and audience. Mantorp is, among other things, well known for its Paris curve, which demands good accuracy from the driver and car to get the right corner exit speed. Also, the short circuits mean 180 degrees bend, where the cars tend to crowd up most because of optimistic and late braking.
He sounds either really thick or really, really bored. You can hear, if you listen very carefully, you can hear him swapping the papers over. You can, well, it's blatantly obvious. You can hear he's reading off a script. And you can hear him like sliding the papers as he's reading off the page. Yeah, not the best in the way of voice actors for this one, but we'll forgive him. You know, this game is, what, 22, 23 years old, something like that. So yeah, Mantorp short then. We've raced on all versions of Mantorp in other racing games as well, but this is the first time we're going to be racing on the ultra short version, which is going to be great fun. So there we go, Mantorp then. Now, again, forgive the blue background. There's usually artwork in the background, but again, the graphic anomalies in this game, you just can't get them for some reason, because it is, you know, an ISO file. It's been running on a virtual drive. So yeah, the music as well, menu music, there's none. The graphics, yeah, some of them are messed up, but oh well. Anyway, qualifying format for this game is a little bit strange. If you go on to race, it tells you the qualification. You got shootout and time trial. So the shootout is the qualification for race number 1. The time trial is the qualification for race number 2. Now for this race, because it is fairly short, I'm not actually going to qualify for either. I'm just going to start at the back and work my way up, and then afterwards we're going to try qualifying in this, that and the other. So, yeah, let's have a look at the workshop as well, or the garage. You can change all your car settings and everything. The gearbox ratio I'm going to put to high speed, because there is a long straight at the back. The braking I've put on soft, because, again, the car does tend to want to oversteer way too much very, very easily. And it's usually under braking that it does it. Gearbox I'm just going to keep as automatic, because why not? So, yeah, there we go then. Let's stop yapping on and get onto the grid then for race number 1. And this is your starting grid then. So Jan Nilsson is on pole position, Frederick Ekblom and Jens Edman the top 3. I'm starting at the back in 16th place with Stefan Lindberg for company. My teammate Thomas Shi is starting in 13th place. And if there's any Swedes that are watching, I do apologise profusely if my pronunciations of these names are a bit naff. You know, I do struggle with English at the best of times, let alone any other language. So, yeah, let's get on then with race number 1. It's going to be a rolling start. Lights are on, and off we go. Now you can see with the graphic anomalies in the background there, the bridge, it sort of flickers. There's no wing mirrors as well, no working wing mirrors or the dashboard, unfortunately, so there's no telemetry on the dash. Oh, and again the car immediately is trying to spin out. Now if anyone has played this game and knows of a way to decrease the sensitivity of the handling, please let me know, because there's nothing in the game files or the core files or even in the game options to mess with the sensitivity options at all. So yeah, unfortunately the car is very, very sensitive and you have to have a lot of patience. And another thing as well, this game has a bit of an issue with the AI taking some corners flat out when you really can't. So Well, up into 11th place. I've got the AI difficulty set to 120%. So it can go up to 140, but I did try it on 140 and it was nigh on impossible. I came 16th every single test race. So yeah, at least with 120%, I can usually get up to sort of midfield, but I don't want it too easy. I don't want to win like every race like I can on games like TOCA and stuff like that. So I just want a nice challenge just to, again, show off what this game has to offer, really. There you go. There's the oversteer, which is such an absolute pain in the backside. And we've been pushed down to 16th place. So I haven't tried if the steering wheel is compatible with the game. I've only used the controller. But yeah, oh, and again, see the car, it just really wants to spin out so easily. And it really is quite a pain. So I'm just going to take it as steadily as I possibly can around each of these corners, just to try to avoid the oversteer. So yeah, I was a bit apprehensive about whether this game would work or not, because I've never actually used a virtual drive, or mounted a game on a virtual drive, let alone, you know, use a disk image, so to speak, because all my PC games are physical copies because I install them from the disk. So this is all new territory. So I was, you know, a bit pessimistic on whether it would work, but you know, as I mentioned, Riva-Style, he's done an absolutely phenomenal job on patching the game, making sure that it's tested and it works. And yeah, he's done an absolutely phenomenal job. And the game, as you can see, it runs so bloody smooth. It is absolutely incredible. So yeah, massive hats off to Riva for helping me get this game to work. I'm going to take another position up into 14th. There's the Stratus. Such a strange car, it really is. Come on, get out of the way, please. Oh, nope. Right, up into 12th place. At least, hopefully, you know, my goal for this season, if I may be so bold, is to just get a top 10. Oh, see, there you go. Because they take that last corner at full-on speed, they always crash up your chuff whenever you slow down for the corner, because I can't take it flat out like they can. So it is a bit of a pain when they do crash up your rear, and you can't do anything about it but spin your car. Or they try and spin you out regardless. So we're back behind the Stratus again. Hooray. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, come off it. That's what I mean. That's how sensitive the steering is in this game. But, as I mentioned, the benefit is that there's no damage, no mechanical, no cosmetic damage, nothing like that. So you can crash headfirst into a wall at 140 mile an hour, or the kilometre equivalent, and it won't do a damn thing. Even though there is an option to see the status of your car. But so far, nah, nothing happens. Come on, excuse me. Now, if I can just get past these dweebs up ahead, let's see if I can pull away a little bit. Oh, there we go. Got good run on the back straight. I just got to be careful when braking and get around this last corner, because you can see there how fast they take it. Now the thing is as well is that you cannot push them out of the way. They are stuck to the circuit like shit to a blanket. You really cannot do anything. You can't push them out the way. They are stuck to the track. It is very arcadey in that respect. It's a bit like a Ridge Racer, pretty much. They did upgrade that in the sequel, so that's all well and good. But yeah, as far as the first game, it was more a test bed, really, to see if they could do it. And for what it's worth, they did a really bang-up job on making a really good touring car game. But the sequel is a lot better, though. Oh, come on. There we go, 16 laps to go. Now we're not doing too great. 8th place is 8 seconds up the road. We'll try and catch up to him as best we can. Gotta take these corners so carefully. Now the thing is as well, is I'm just using a box standard Xbox 360 wired controller. And the thing is, this one is so old. It's one that I got with the console when it first came out, literally. And the analog sticks are to the stage now where they're drifting a lot. So it's, it's a bit of a pain. And when you have sensitive controls like this, it makes handling the cars all that more difficult. Now again, I have gone into the actual core files of the game as well. Oops, no, come on, see, there you go, and the car just wants to slide on the rear end. But yeah, I've gone into the controller text file to see if there's anything I can change with the sensitivity of the controls, but it's all encrypted, so it looks like Egyptian hieroglyphs. I can't really do anything about it. So, unfortunately, I'm stuck with these sensitive controls, but, what are you gonna do? I just gotta be extra careful. Now, I would try and get the steering wheel to work and see if it was compatible with it, but I really don't have the patience to sit down for hours on end trying to get the controls to work on a, 22-year-old game. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to put up with, really flimsy controls, but it doesn't seem to be hindering me too much. We are catching up to my teammate. That's a plus. Are we catching up to anybody else, though? That's a problem. Yeah, we are catching up to a couple of them. Now, another thing as well with the graphics is I mentioned that the brake lights on the cars do not work, and they don't. On any of the cars at all. The lights don't work, it's just, well, you can see for yourself. I'll brake quickly. As you see, no brake lights. So, yeah, if you're behind someone and you're trying to judge a corner, usually you use the brake lights of the car in front as a reference point. When the other cars have no brake lights, it is a bit difficult, so you're going to have to learn on the fly on where your braking points are, how fast you can take certain corners, this, that and the other. But, again, it's not too bad. There are newer games I've played that act and feel a lot worse. So I just got to brake a lot earlier than some of the other guys, that's all. Have we beaten our fastest lap at the moment? No, we are 1.04 seconds off from our lap time. Catching up to our teammate now, let's see if we can pass him in the next couple of corners. Don't spin it. There you go, the front wheel drive of the cars. Get the rear end a bit loose and you're able to just pull it out of the corner, pull it out of the slide and carry on your merry way. I got to be careful because he is pretty close. So I'm going to have to take the outside line because he's not going to brake for the sharp corner, so he's just going to fly round. As you'll see, there he goes. So I've got to brake that early just so that I can get a good exit. And they're very slow out the exit, so it's like their braking points have been completely messed up. Oh, speaking of messed up, I was lucky. Right, luckily we're up into 8th. Lovely job. We've got a nice little gaggle of cars up ahead as well, so hopefully we can pick off a few more spots. Brake exceptionally early. Get a good run through the last corner. And this race is actually going really quickly. We've got 10 laps to go. Who's up ahead? Tommy Rustad. He was actually known because he did actually race in the British Touring Car Championship. And there we go. I've spun it. Hooray! He was in a Honda Accord, if I remember correctly. So unfortunately, we've lost our 8th place, but that's okay. We'll probably get it back. Likelihood of us getting lapped during these races is very high, because the leaders are on another plane entirely. So, like I said, I'm not doing this series for winning every single round in the championship. I doubt I'll even win a single race in the championship. I'm just doing it for a bit of a challenge, to show off the game, and to show people that, you know, this very rare game, as it's been known as these days, can still be run on a newer system. Get past my teammate again, thank you. Now on the box art, it does show that you can roll the car, but I've actually never rolled my car on this game, even when I had it like back years ago. Never rolled the car, never crashed the car. So I honestly don't know if it's possible or not. I know what isn't possible is to get any damage or the AI retiring from the race either. So this is as arcade as it gets, really. And to complete another lap, 7 to go. Oh, again, just slightly too much oversteer. Now, are these for position, or are we coming up to lap a few of the cars? I think these might be lapped cars, because the Ford Mondeo is one of them, so... Nissan Primera. Excuse me, get out of the way please. Go and take the outside line instead, don't spin me off. Yep, nice that was for position, we're up into 7th. Now I think these are lapped cars because they're a bit slower. We'll see when we get past them. Are they lapped? No, they are for position, okay. This is going to make our life a little bit easier as well if we can get past. Oh, you git. Sod off. Five laps to go. Right, let's get past the Ford and the other Nissan Primera if possible. No, don't spin it. Ooh. No, the other Nissan's beyond. I think I'm far enough ahead so he's not going to go up my chuff going around this last corner. Again, I have to brake so early. Oh, he tried it. He got so close. 4 to go. Now, if I can get a top 5 then, that'll be pretty incredible for race number 1. Oh, no, that's bad. That's bad. Stay off the grass. We've got 4 laps to go. Yeah, you can see the rail effect that the AI have when they go around corners. It's like they're on a monorail track, and they are stuck to a certain path. That's what I mentioned, you know, if you try and push them out of the way, they just don't move. See, I'll go into the side of him, and yeah, they just don't spin, they don't move, but they can push you out of the way very easily. God damn it. Well, I think I just ruined my possible top 5. Note to self, if you're going to demonstrate a car pushing another car, do it at the beginning of the race so you got the rest of it to catch up. Not with 3 laps to go. Oh, I'm a bloody idiot. But there you go. We are guaranteed some points anyway, because the points go down to 10th place. So I think we should get, what, 3 points if we stay in this position? Well, we're only 4 seconds behind, so you could catch up to Mr. Rustad. No, don't. Oh, just keep it together. There we go. Oh, we got a nice little gaggle of cars up here. I think they're being held up by the back markers, so we got a lap and a half to go. If we can make up the top 5 with a lap and a half to go, I will be very, very pleased. I'm not sure it's going to happen, though. Okay, we've been racing for 17 minutes, 43 seconds. This is the final lap. Time to make up 1 or 2 more positions if possible and get a few more points on the board. Not like that. Come on. Keep it together. Oh, come on. Last ditch effort. Get out of the way, 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 come on. We'll have to go in deep. Is this enough to get another position? Come on, right near the end. 4th place, bloody hell, there we go, a top 5. And there we go then, so that is the race 1 standings complete then. So Jan Nilsson takes the win with 20 points and Jens Edman takes 2nd with Frederik Ekblom, the 1999 champion, finishes 3rd with 12 points. I finished in 4th in the end, which is fantastic for me. And where did my teammate finish? He finished in 9th, so the Alpha team gets at least some points on the board, 12 in total for the constructors, and last was Pagan Anderson. Unfortunately. So there we go then, that was race 1 complete, and I will leave it here for now. I will try and maybe chroma key the background so that there's something fancy there. If not, then it'll just be blue, but you know. Anyway, I will leave it here for now, and I will see you all tomorrow then for race 2. Once again, it's another 24-lap event around Mantorp Short, and hopefully we can do another good performance and finish again in the top 5. So thanks for watching, take care, stay safe, and I will see you all next time.